The whole world is looking for you. Every camera, on every street corner, every police force in the country and worldwide.
Demon scum.
Well, I think Capcom's pretty into the idea of taking risks, creative risks, with some of our key creative franchises, and this was one that looked like a prime candidate to take a chance with. And what it boiled down to, though, is we wanted Ninja Theory to make a game that they were comfortable making, and we were all on board with that, and we collaborated very closely, Capcom and Ninja Theory, to come to a shared conclusion about what this should be. So it largely was, look, we hired a developer we trust and respect a great deal. We want to see their vision of this game. We've streamlined some of the Royal Guard trickster stuff to some degree and have sort of packed that into the Angel Demon conceit, which you can switch to seamlessly, and that dictates your weapon choice. So you're really unbounded in the sort of combos that you can create based on how you're switching seamlessly between weapons. And you can switch both ways. You can switch these particular sort of demon or angel weapon you're using, or then obviously if you switch between angel and demon mode itself, you get whatever weapon you happen to have selected for that. So you can make tons of combos, custom, your own personal ones, based on just how you mix and match. No, with the combat in particular, actually the idea was continuity in terms of people are going to expect this game to be fluid and ultra responsive, and there couldn't be any compromise there. So that was one of the major reasons this has been always from the beginning sort of thought of as a collaboration between Ninja and our staff at Capcom Japan. It was those guys who brought the knowledge of making, Devil May Cry's 2, 3, and 4 specifically, bring on those core leads, give them the wisdom transfer to Ninja Theory, and then let them run with it. But we definitely wanted, when someone who's played DMC, one of the previous ones, picks up the controller, we want that to feel like a very familiar experience. Well, that was one of the things, obviously, we grappled with up front. There's a passionate community of DMC players who expect the game to be challenging. And then there's broadening the game. Maybe the challenge is not the casual player maybe doesn't want to be so challenged. So we have the idea of making the input system sort of excessively skill-based. So there'll be the depth and the sort of nuanced stuff like enemy step and jump canceling that the hardcore expect. But even if you don't avail yourselves of those, you'll still have a completely enjoyable experience with the game, and it'll be just as fun for the people who want to play it at a more casual level. I think it simultaneously is managing to service both groups. Once again, continuity with some of the totemic elements and player upgrades and getting more combos and upgrading the abilities of your weapons is absolutely part and parcel of that experience. So yeah, we'll be doing that. We want to focus on making the game for right now. DLC is obviously a huge trend and sort of expected, and we may be talking about that at some point in the future. But right now, we're focusing on making the best game in the box for the moment. DMC will be out for PS3 and Xbox 360 toward the end of this year.